So hey guys, hope you're doing great. Welcome to the live. So hope you're doing great all, having a great week. So this live is more focused on the main. You have seen the thumbnail. So when I will be getting your offer letter. So basically, this has been the most asked question even after so many lives and so many videos. People tend to ask the same question, and it is why why I'm not getting my offer letter, and my friends have got it, and I am yet to get it. So that has been the most question, or the most prominent question that I have been seeing, and I'm getting a ton of messages on the same. So this is an entire live on just that. So why you are not getting your offer letters rolled out, and why your friends is getting it, and why you other colleges are getting it, and other department or other branches are getting it, and you are not getting it. So this live is entirely about just that. So stay tuned till the end so that you'll get all the glimpse and ideas of why it is, and why it has become the trend of this. Some people are getting offers and others are not. So stay tuned till the end so that you will get the entire thing. So let's start. So the first thing that I would like to address is the first thing, why I'm not getting the offer letter, or why the offer letter is getting delayed. So each and every company, okay. So when you take it at a scale, so they hire a lot of people, okay. So they need a lot of workforce. So this time they have hired a lot of people from India. Okay, Cognizant has hired a lot of people from India. So the thing that might have happened is they might have not planned, or they might have planned in a way that they take people at different times. Okay, so Cognizant has this same schema already. So even last year we had people coming in till May, sorry, till March. So you might expect the same trend to continue in this year as well. So people will try to push through the same schema of getting them into batches. So they also need to train them, and trainers need to have time, and they have to catch hold of trainers to train you guys. And there are a lot of things involved in just running the training program, so which is absolutely, it is like a free of cost thing that they do. So they even pay you for learning. So this is an absolute program which runs entirely on their money. So you are not paying anything, and you are even getting paid to just learn things. So not every company does this. Okay, so the another part when it comes to training people is that they need space and time, and they need to hire resources for training, and they need to have resources allocated to you to train you guys. So there are a lot of things involved. There are unseen things, behind the scene things that has been going on for quite a while, and most people don't understand that, and just comment uh, stating that I'm not getting the offer. So if you're not getting the offers, right, so there are a couple of things that you have to keep in mind if you're not getting the offers. So the first thing, you might not performed well in your the whatever assessment that they had for the interview and other things. So that is the first hurdle that you might had. No others other your even your college mates or even your classmates might have got the offers. I know you are not getting it, so that might be one of the reasons why you are not getting the offers, or you are not expected to get it soon. So that might be one of the reason. And the second thing is the the Cognizant has changed their onboarding and other processes. From it is very different. I have seen like more people pinging me, so I have asked them a couple of questions based on how onboarding process is going on. Or the process changed a little. So the thing that they are implementing right now is they are looking for people. They are separating you into different groups, right? So they want people who can work directly with minimal amount of training. So you might think that CS and IT guys are good at coding, and they are they have an upper hand on you guys to get into the projects quickly, and they have the ability to take up projects, or they can be deployed easily. So that is the first thing that you can do. Okay, so that is the first thing that I want to convey. So CSNIT guys will be preferred first, since they have already the basics covered. So they just need to train them on based on what they need, and what Cognizant needs, and what is it BU vacancy and other things. So what project they can be involved in. So that is the second thing that reason for you not getting your offers. So the third thing is your college. So there are times where they split you into tiers. So the college has some tiers. So if you are not aware of it, AICT is the board which ranks colleges, various ranks and tiers. So if you check that out, there are different tiers of colleges: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So you might fall at tier 2 or tier 3. So they want people who are in top tier colleges to join Cognizant at the first. So that is the process that they are having right now. And there is a mix up as well, since it is purely virtual. It is the entire mix up of things. So they have people coming from various colleges, but what we had was like a single college, and they roll out offers to the entire college. So if 200 of them are hired in a single particular university, they roll out offers to all the 200, and they onboard them in the same day. So that that way the students can get friends, or they can take up PGs, or rooms according to that. So that was the case when we joined. So that is the not the case right now, since everything is gone virtual. So things have changed from the past. What it was the regular procedure, the normal procedure, that what you might have expected if this pandemic was not there at all. So that is the third thing that might have affected you, to not get your offers rolled out. So the fourth thing that I see is some colleges have exams. So when your turn comes, so let's say you must have been onboarded on 13th. So 13th, most people have texted me that 13th I am having exams, and even after a week I have exams. So we have the college has informed the uh, CTS POC that we won't be able to accept the offers on intern, so you might shift it. So when you tell those kind of statements, right? So it is already late, and if you are giving excuses that you have exams and other things, so yeah, so the you will be put it at the end. So it is like a queue where once you are out of the queue, right? So you have to come from the end. So when you go like that, it is a problem. It is a problem for you. It is neither way. It is not going to affect the company. So they will keep on stacking up all of you guys at the end. So that might be the case, but it may not be the case as well. So you might be called on the next batch. Once your exams are over, you might be called in the next upcoming batches. So that might be the case, but we have to wait and see that what happens when it rolls out, and other things, and how other guys are doing. So I hope this cleared your question of why you are not getting your offers rolled out. So these are the some of factors that might affected your if you are good at coding. So someone pinged me on Instagram stating that I am very good at coding, Bhaiya. So what can I do? Or I am good at machine learning, and will I get machine learning domains? I am changing my domain, and there are a lot of things on domain part. So I hope we have a question on domain. So we'll come back to that. Okay, so we'll come back to that. So domain is nothing but you where you will be put on. So since this is a service based company, and you never know what role you are going to work on. So if you are selected for product based, or this is like 200 people are hired, and they don't know what to do with this 200 people, right? So if let's say you are applying for Google or Microsoft, so you are applying for a job role. Okay, so Cognizant doesn't do that. They don't hire for a job role. They have different job different domains, and they pick people, they train on something, and they deploy. So Microsoft or other FANG companies doesn't do that. So you are picked up for a software role and you are gonna work on that. So they know that where to put you guys, and where to in which project you might be deployed into. Say they have a structured way, but since it is a service based company and they hire in a huge number, and it is difficult for them to even see where you can fit in. So it is difficult since the assessments are pretty easy, most people crack it, and they don't even know where you guys can be put in. So that is the hectic situation that most service based companies are in, and even Cognizant is not an exception to that. But the only thing that you can do is whatever you are getting right now, please accept it and then move on. So after a year you can definitely change your domains and do whatever you want. So you just learn whatever you are interested in. So if you are interested in machine learning, I want to learn data science, data analytics, or cybersecurity, or IoT device, I just want to work on smart devices. So there are tons of learning resources that are provided by Cognizant. So you can definitely go through all of those and start learning your what interested or you want. So that is the first thing that you can do. The second thing is like the domain which you are put in. So once you are put in a different domain, right? So I have been keep on telling you guys, I was put in .NET. So I am pretty sure that most of you know it. So .NET is which I don't like. So I haven't used .NET anywhere in my project. So I use Django, Flask, and I am a Python guy. So I use all Python. So I haven't got with .NET. So but I accepted it, and I'm not changing my domain or anything. But I keep trying to change my domain. But the only thing that you have to focus on is what you have right now in your hand. So if you are like I am good at programming, I know DSA, so I apply for other companies. You can definitely do that, and after this intern, definitely you can go out. So there is no stopping you from doing that. So you can definitely do that. There is no problem for you guys to just be there and waste your time. So you can definitely do that if you're too good at programming. So that is the thing that I have to tell you guys for this live. So we'll take up questions. So have a few, I guess. So let's start from Achilles. The domain in CSD is same for full time. Yeah. So what you will be trained on, you will be put in training. So if you are not, if you are put in Java, what you will do? You will learn there again. So it will be the same domain. So let's go to the second one. So can you please suggest a good laptop for internship under I found on HP. Okay, so I think that is pretty good. So if you can get it with that specs, I think that will be really fine. If you can get that with 10th Gen i3, so generation doesn't matter. So I did a video on that thing. I think we had earlier a video on internship for laptops and other things. So if you're interested in that, please do check that out. So you will definitely find something out of that. So it is like you have already the good spec. So 4 GB RAM, but once you get to at least try to get at least 8 GB of RAM. So if you can afford it, you will be put in 6 months, right? So 6 months of 10K is like you will get around 50 plus or 45 plus. So if you can get it on EMI or something like that, it'll really helpful, since you are getting your first laptop. If you are getting for the first laptop, then I highly recommend that you at least get your 10th gen out. So max it out to 8 GB RAM. So I highly recommend that you do that, since Cognizant works on Windows. So if you are with under just 4 GB of RAM, your Windows will juice it up the entire 4 GB of RAM. So you can never use it. So you can just at least bump it up to 8 GB of RAM, so that it kind of gets you. So we have a video on that, so please do check it out. So you might find something useful there. So, but the pick is pretty good. So, 4 GB SSD is must. So, if you're trying to get, even the i3 is okay, but you try to get it with an SSD. So, moving on, did everyone get internship already, or it's currently going? No, you will get, you will see there are batches, right? So you will be put into batches and you will be called in batches. Okay, so once you are called in batches, so the batches will go up to March. So you have still 2 to 3 weeks of time where you might be put in. So you can still wait. You have chance. So you will definitely get the intern. So you don't have to worry about that. So last batch for interns is on March, or can expect it. So it depends. So since we have a lot of interns, so some colleges, one of the guy who commented on the video, like they are the company has hired 1,000 people from their college. So if it is the case, so it might take some time for them to train you guys. So there are limited number of people that they can train at a limited time. So they have limited time and space for you guys. So they have to allocate resources for you. They have to assign trainers and coaches, and they cannot pick everyone and start training everyone. So you have to put your shoes and see what you can do in that meanwhile. So you can explore the different things, and if you want to learn more, you can just go to Cognizant, be Cognizant, and you can see what things are there and what people do and what Cognizant do in in a whole. And you can definitely explore a lot of things in that way. So you don't have to waste your time just by saying that I'm not getting my intern. What shall I do? So that will be my advice for you guys. So still not got the offer letter. Other companies have sent me the offer letters, waiting for it. So you can rewind it back and see we have covered everything at the start of this video. We have 4 to 5 cases where you might not why you might be delayed with the offer letters and so on. So we have covered it already. So to be will shortly summarize. So we discussed about 4 things that might have stopped you from getting the offers pretty soon. So you might not perform well on your before your internship, that is your debugging and other skills, or you may not from CS and IT background, or you might not be from uh, you know tier 1, or they have a standard, so they have priority list, so you might not be one of that. Or there is some cases that you have some exams, or your college has reported something, and that might get that might be involved with your date of joining. So yeah, that might those are the things that we have covered. So if you want in detail things that you can rewind and see Rudy, so that you will get an idea. So moving on, Manish bro, my internship started at 11, but work didn't start, just orientation and completed. Will I get stipend? So this has been a couple of people have asked me as well. So the stipend part. So people have not reported that they have got the stipend for if you join at at a mid stage. So 11 is a mid stage. So people have not got the stipends, but it was not the case last time. So last time we joined on December 7th. So we got the stipend on the end of the month. So but even if you don't have any work, or something like that, you just attended your orientation, or other things, if you have not started your training yet, you will definitely get the stipend. So you don't have to worry about that. So you are just learning right there. So you will definitely get your stipends out there. So moving on, I hope that answered your question, Manish. Warriors GB, I got my offer letter today. The next step, it's written that your joining is on 28th Feb. So where you join is your internship start date. So 28th you will have this orientation and other things. you will get this orientation, other things done, and you will start with your training. So within a week or so you might see your simulation test coming ahead. So if you want to prepare for that, we have couple of videos on that. We know no there are like 3 videos. So two is for C sharp, so one is for basics of C sharp and how do you get started with C sharp. And the second thing is how do you build a project. So we had built a simple class based project where it's a simple e-commerce project where you can order things and you can just get the entire sum of money what you will be getting at the end. So it's like a small e-commerce command line project, so you can definitely check that out. So that might help you in clearing. And we have the sequel, and the sequel we have covered it I think last week. So if you can check that out, please do check out the channel. So you have couple of three videos. So if you can just watch the 3 videos and start practicing it on hacker rank. So we have definitely we have spoke about or talked about what hacker rank is and what you have to do in the platform. So you can definitely check that out, and you can definitely start working on that. So Vishal, like it was if our internship start late, then we'll call late for midterm even. So with that, so if you are performing well, right? So let me put it this way. So you have to complete your exams to join Cognizant. Okay, so it is not the case that the guys who joined first, you want to have entered first, or they have joined the internship first, will get the first priority. So it is never the case, and it won't be it won't be the case. But the one thing is that we you had like Gen Z next, right? So those are the people who might get in earlier. So I'm not sure on that as well. So since we didn't have any of Gen Z next terms coming in our time. So even if you start late, right, you have to complete your exams to get into Cognizant. So Cognizant expects your whatever you have completed in your college. So they need a consolidated mark sheet and other things to background do a background verification and onboard you. So that might take some time, and you will definitely have 2 to 3 months of space after your exams. So you might be given your course completion certificates and other certificates that has to be issued by your university, that has to be done, and then you will get onboarded. So if you perform well in your intern, right, so you will definitely have a good chance of getting into onboarding earlier. So even if you start late, even if you start in February, the people who has completed the people who might have completed it on April. So there are a lot of chances we did complete it on April. So if you start on March, right, so March it is pretty late, so it has been 3 to 4 months. And starting of March, and you will have April, May, June. So you will be trained, and you will have your exams, and then you will come back and continue your training, and then you will move to whatever tech stack you belong to, and then you will complete a project at the end, and then you will be deployed. So you have once you complete your final exams, the 8th semester final exams, you will be you will definitely need the certificates and other things to be done to get on board. So even if you get the priority, right, so you will have the same priority if you perform very well. So that is the thing that I can assure you on that. So even I am from Gen Z Next, but my internship is not. So for you guys, I'm not sure they will have since you are already like the priority list. So they might just train you for a month or so on some stick some tech stack. So you might have had Vishal, you might have had your technical interview, right? So second technical interview or like coding interview or something. uh, I'm not sure. So if you can answer that, we can go forward with that. So technical interview. So you are already in like you don't have to be trained with the basics. Okay, so you are already pretty good at the basics and stage one, stage two. So if you're pretty good at that, then they can just put you in training for just a month or so, and then they just start deploying you. So that might be the likely scenario that that might happen for you guys, since these people has to be trained from the scratch, right? So the people who are not Gen Z next, so they have to be trained from the scratch, and it takes a lot of time for them to train you guys, and it is difficult for even you to if Gen Z next also comes into the same picture, then there is no differentiation that you are Gen Z next and Gen Z, so there is no difference at all. So you might just be trained for a month on some tech stack like React, .NET, Java, or data warehousing or something like that, and then you will be directly deployed. Yes, we passed the coding exam and interview. So how was the coding exam like? They had like an interview, or you have to write it down, or you have to code it out on the laptop or system, or how was that? So with that said, I think we have covered it pretty much. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave that in the chat. So first we had four questions of coding. Okay. So since if you can share your experience, right? So it will be helpful for a lot of people. So I have even asked a couple of people who had who have started their internship, and I'm not getting hold of Gen Z next people. So even on LinkedIn, I'm not able to find people. I'm not sure why I'm not able to find. So what no, those people are really or crushing it. So Gen Z next, once you clear that, they think that you can learn tech stack pretty fast. So .NET or any other language that you can grasp it faster, and then you can definitely go ahead. So that is the most likely situation that you will be put in. So after that, we have an interview where they give 10 to 12 questions to find out output queries and update questions. So that is a typical flow of how they conduct this thing. So you didn't code anything, right? So I hope that was the case. So with that said, I have shared my Instagram link. So if you want to learn more about Cognizant, or if you want to see what is going on with Cognizant, you can definitely ping me up on Instagram or LinkedIn. You will find the links on the description. So we'll do a couple of videos after getting into Cognizant. It is likely that this pandemic is not going to end pretty soon. So the likely situation is that it is really difficult for the companies right now. So even if we go in, right, so if there is a single person who gets affected with COVID, then it is really difficult for others to cope up with that. Since that is the only reason that Cognizant is not yet decided on what can be done to this work from home. So some companies have full time work from home. So Salesforce has announced that they will be 100 percentage work from home. So we don't have a standard. So we are ready to receive some kind of information from the higher authorities. So it is really difficult for them to decide as well. So but there is a quite a lot of chance that you at least will get to your first day after joining as a full time. You might be at offices around India. So that is the most likely situation. But that is my assumption, but it might not be true, since I'm not sure of when this pandemic or this is gonna end. So there are a lot of things going on with even with Cognizant and all the companies. So they are not yet decided where to put people in, and even with Infosys and TCS or any company, for example, tech companies in India, or it is based on US based, or any company, even Accenture has some kind of problem with where to put people in and how do you train people on. So in any company that is there, but in Cognizant they hire a lot. So they have a couple of layoffs in the past year. So since it is the new CEO uh, taking charge, so that is that is pretty common that they say, but I'm not sure why it is pretty common. So once the CEO comes in, once a new CEO comes into the office, there will be like layoffs. So I think that is due to the fact that he might have some plans. So that if someone is not being according to their plan, and they might be expelled. So that is the most likely case when it comes to how companies do some layoffs. So in Cognizant, but where you as a freshers, or like even the 3 to 4 years won't be no, you won't be terminated so easily. Only the mid senior level to mid senior level will those are the people who are affected the most. So you don't have to worry about layoffs and other things. So there are a lot of talks and news about Cognizant layoff and other things, but it is pretty sure that you will at least be not terminated during your first 2 to 3 years. So that is the most likely situation that you will be in. So I think that's it for this live. So if you have any questions, feel free to post that. Hope we can see the questions on the screen, right? So this is the new streaming software, so it helps me a lot in putting the questions on the screen so that at least you can see what is going on. I think we have to change the background a little. So there's a plain white background, and you cannot see the text properly. Even I cannot see the text properly. So let me share the LinkedIn as well. So if you are interested, please do check out the LinkedIn and see what you can upgrade your skills. And even if you want, you can share the GitHub repo as well. So we have a question. I just joined. Can you tell me about? Okay, so QEA is quality engineering and assurance. So so it is basically that testing team. So uh, no, it is basically where you use Selenium. So Selenium is a testing and automation testing software, which is used to test various web applications. So if you have used WhatsApp, or if you have used Chromium driver, or even Firefox as its own driver. So there are I'll do a couple of videos on that as well. So where you can send WhatsApp messages through Selenium. So that is a pretty cool thing that you can do with Selenium. So it is a testing team. The entire thing is full of testing. So you might be trained on Selenium. You might start with Java basic, and then you will go into testing with Selenium. So that is your way forward. So you can definitely check out the blog of Cognizant. So they have various services, and this is one of the service that they do, quality assurance. So you can definitely check that out. So it is basically entire thing is testing, but if you're good at automation testing, it is just an easy job to do. Developers need to do a lot of things, but testers just write the test cases and just see what comes as an output. So I won't say it is easy though. Testing is difficult, and even development is difficult. So both ways. When people compare developers with testers, right? So both are difficult from their point of view. Okay, so let me break it down if you want. So developers, he has to think of his own, and put some code into action, and see what kind of results that he gets. Okay, so that is the first part. So and then he has to review his code, and if there is possibility of refactoring, he has to do that. And if he can short on the code, he has to do that. And there are a lot of things that he has to do, or he or she has to do with development. So in the testing part, so the tester has to understand the code. At the very base, they have to understand the code. Okay, so how the application works. Black box testing, that is the first time that they see the code, and see how the entire process goes on, how the user interface is there, and user experience, and they would share the feedbacks, and the developer has to revamp certain things, and tweak here and there, and then change the code, and take some thing forward. So it is difficult for both the developers and the testers, but they have their own difficult parts to do. So they definitely have different roles to play in a project. So in a project you will have developers, testers, DevOps team, your Scrum masters, your managers, and other teams which work on sales. There are different teams when it comes to a project. So you have different teams, but once you are starting with testing, right? So if you want to move into development, you have to put your extra effort, and then you have to learn a little, and then you can definitely move into development. If you really want to do that, you can definitely do that in Cognizant. So testing is seen as a low profile domain. So that is what I think I have covered it, just now. So testing is not pretty bad, I would say. Okay, so testing is the difficult part of any process. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, so you are manufacturing a car. Okay, so car can be manufactured by anyone, right? So even you have Tata manufacturing the car, you have Maruti as a manufacturing car, you have Audi, you have Lamborghini, you have even if you take Ferrari and other sports cars, the super sports cars, and other Tesla, you have Tesla. So there are different companies. Okay, so only thing that what do you think that differs from all these cars? So all gives you the same kind of feel. You the this the sole purpose of a car is to locomotion. So put you from one place to another. So they pick you from one place and they put you in another. So that is the sole purpose of a car. So once it comes to quality and other things, the testing has to be done. So do you think that the same safety as Maruti 800 is on the latest Tesla car, or the Benz, or and any sports car, super sports car? You will it be the same with both these? So the testing has to be done, and testers play a vital role on these kind of areas. So the same goes with softwares. Okay, so if you find bugs earlier, where you don't have to wait for some bug bounty hunter to tell you that you have a bug in the software, or other customers to tell you that you have a bug in the software. So if you have a good testing team, you can definitely find and fix the bugs earlier. Even at the earlier stage, you can definitely do that. There is no test driven development, so you can definitely do that. Even some developers are forced to write testing unit tests. So it is a field where you have to explore various things. So if you are put into testing and development, and there are different things that happen with development and testing, so it is not the same. They have their own struggles, and that has to be resolved. So I definitely it is not that it is a low profile, or what do you think managers do? What do you think, like the managers, or the scrum masters, or what the higher level managers do? They just review our code, and they just test it and see things are working or not. So they see the client requirements, and they see what you have done, and what do you call what do you call the process as testing, right? So basically what everyone does is testing. So they see the code and review the code, and once you get to the associate level, you will definitely see what the testing is the only thing that they do. So development is like the least priority. So there are a lot of things that has to be on top of development to get the product out to production. So that is my point of view on testing. So which topic need to be prepared for a simulation test? So Java and SQL. So if you are familiar with already with Java, then you can definitely check out Java, or you can start with C Sharp. So we have covered C Sharp in 2 videos. So SQL in another. So if you can start with Java, it is absolutely fine. You can start with Java, and if you want to start with SQL, we have a video on that. You can definitely check that out, and you will get some insights on using SQL Server. So we have done everything in the SQL Server, which you will use in the which you will use in Cognizant. So that is the that is what my intention was, to just show you that uh, how SQL Server is and how do you work on that. So I hope that answered your question. So Balaji, what will be asked on your interview? So, BU interview, I think you're talking about the after project. So you will have a final project. You have to do it alone. You have to do it alone. So after that, you will have an interview. So that will be like with some SME or from the BU unit. So the straight from BU unit, you will have someone who will be reviewing your code. It will be like 1 hour to 1.5 hour of technical interview. So you have to explain the code, what you have done in the past 2 to 3 weeks. So you have to definitely summarize and you have to show a demo on how things work and what are the problems that you have faced, and you have to explain a lot to them. So that will be like easy if you have done the project. So some have the intention that you can get it from someone, or you can just copy paste what is in the GitHub, or you can just get from your friends. And if you can do that, then you will definitely struggle in your interview. So but that will be most easier on the basic stuff they will cover. So if you're strong with your basics, and only thing that they will ask is what you have learned in your entire internship. So if you are confident on what you have learned through the entire internship, then you can definitely, it is pretty easy to crack the interview. So the simulation test only for CTS. So I think this time they have included only for CTS and sorry, only for CSNID students. But in last year, previous years, we had anyone can take up the test and see who can be at the top. So even some CSNID guys didn't I know they were they are the ones who are mandated to take the the simulation test, but we can also, the other guys, like I am from easy background, so even other guys can take up the test, and they can even attempt it. So that was the case. So Spark, please explain all the domains internship. So I have seen couple of domains, but let you know what are the things that I have done. Okay, so there are like 3 to 4 domains, I guess. So but it depends upon the location what domain you have. Okay, so the pretty much the mainstream, or what people most people are trained on is .NET and Java. So and secondly, something comes with Selenium. So someone have asked like QEA, what is that? And that is full of testing. You will have Selenium. You have everything covered on Selenium. So that is the first part. And the second thing you have is .NET and other this mainstream full stack training. And then you have some data warehousing and Python. So you will do that, and you might be put into some business analyst or data analyst role. Might be, you might be, or you may not be. So not sure on that, but those are the pretty much the domains. But they might train you on blockchain and cyber security. That depends upon the location and what kind of uh, domain knowledge that experts or SMEs have in that location, or that BU that needs. So that depends upon the BU, that what kind of domain that you will be put in. But the mainstreams are Java and .NET. So but people work on DevOps. Cognizant has all the domains, like from cybersecurity to data analyst, machine learning, and they work on IoT and all the other latest technologies that you can name it around. So they work with all of them. But you have to upskill yourself after getting in. So you cannot just say with .NET you can never shine in Cognizant or any company that you go on. So you can never do that. So you have to definitely upskill yourself. So thanks. Hope it helped. So moving on, is assimilation test only for CS? I think that has been answered already. So thus it has been already answered. So you can rewind and see where we have answered that. So again, we have a question. So do the domains change? So domains won't change after internship. So if you are trained on in .NET, you will be put into something related to .NET at least. So since you will never know, right? So if you are put into, let's say if they put me in some Django project, I can work on that. So there is no problem with me to work on Django. But for people who are not familiar with Django, right? So if they map you with Python project, so it is difficult for you to cope up with. You have to start working on day one. You cannot say no to that. So that might be difficult for you to cope up with. So you will have the same domain once you what you have started during your intern. So that is a most likely situation, but there are chances that you might but you will be trained. You will be like they will tell you in prayer that you will be put into this thing. You have to at least cover the basics up. So they will definitely let you know that. Does job location change after intern? Yes, it has changed for me, and most people it has changed. So try to come out of your comfort zone and choose something else. So that might help you a lot in lot when you move out of your comfort zone. So I'm good in full stack development and also have done projects on it. So which domain really refers? Uh, so you cannot choose full stack. So full stack developer is FSE. So uh, you can never really choose it, but you will be trained on at least something related to full stack. So you will start with .NET. So if you are pretty good at full stack, you can definitely attempt some coding rounds in HackerEarth, man. So if you are good at if you know that you are good at full stack development, then you can definitely get a good job in Hacker Rank. If you go, there are there are a lot of vacancies. You can definitely crack that one, and you can definitely get in. So if you are good at, and if you have done projects, so it is well and good, then you can definitely crack that easily, right? So Hacker Rank is one of the great hiring platform that I have seen. Even I attended an interview with that. So if you can crack the Hackereth, coding, competition, so you can definitely, work on which domain you like. So if you want to work on full stack, there are a lot of vacancies in different companies, or you can just apply with LinkedIn jobs. There are a lot of vacancies. You can definitely, check out that, and you can definitely join them. So you don't have to, start from the scratch. So for this is for the people who are just starting from the scratch. Okay, so people who are not yet into development, or who are not even seen something in web, so they are just consuming it. So they have not even they don't even have a knowledge on putting some HTML pages on the web and see the output. So this is for just the people for to understand at least the basics of web and other things. So if you're good at something, then just go with that, and you can definitely do that. So if you score good at FSC, and you know, I have seen couple of scenarios where if you score good at FSC, you will be definitely given full stack. So, but you will be your training will be based on .NET, but you will learn something additional with full stack. So you might be trained on Angular, React, or Vue.js, or other front end framework. So that will be the most likely case that once you clear your simulation test, you will most likely be be put into some kind of advanced tech. So that is the most likely situation that you will be in. So what is this orbit shifter? I am not sure which you are referring to. Could you like to like brief out on what do you mean by that? But so it is like something related to performance, and you have shown up quite well in different domains, or which other people who are coming. So it is like that, top talent team. So they have like, oh, so you were asking about Incognizant. So it is like the, where they have people who are like good at, something, or at least, good at some projects. So if you are like, top performing guy on internship, so, they might, ask some suggestions and other things. So if you have to be good at, learning things by yourself. So you don't want someone to push you into something and start learning. So you need, someone, you might not be put into, it is a concept. I'm not sure they do have something, internally. They have some internal, performance analysis and, team which takes care of all the, different performances and hiring good talents and picking up good people from various projects and, clubbing them together and, completing the project, faster, or, different, tech stack. There are less people who are aware of, that tech stack. Then they put, those, people who are on good talents, and they can easily train them, right? So they can just put them over there, and then they can easily, do that. I think it is something related to, that. Okay. I have not received offer letters yet. When can I expect to receive? So we have covered this entire thing at the, earlier, part of this live. So if you can just, rewind, to the first, at the start, so you will definitely find, why you are not getting your offer letters and when you will receive it, and all those details we have shared it at the beginning of this live. So definitely you can check that out. So to be, precise with your answer, you might expect at least, by max by mid of March. So that is the most, likely situation that you might be put in. So the one thing that, people doesn't, they don't understand is, if you are like good at, something, right? So you can definitely move away from, what is already been taught you. So you know that Cognizant is a service-based company, and they just, start from scratch, and you know what is the process, and you have a lot of videos on that. I have covered, a lot of video, lot of, insights on what they do, and the entire experience has been done on my previous video. So uh, once you're good at something, right, you can definitely move out and, start chasing that. So you can definitely use Cognizant as a platform where you can just get in and see what people do, and you will just learn the basics. Okay, so if you're good at something, you can definitely check out, LinkedIn jobs. You can apply for it, or you can check out the Hacker Earth if you are, good at some. Someone told I'm good at, full stack, and if you are good at something, right, if you're good at full stack, you can definitely, check that out and see at least, your where you are and where you stand, or at least you can see, are you good at full stack. So that is the easiest thing, that you can do some evaluation, self evaluation, and see where you stand, and you can definitely do that instead of wasting time in Cognizant and, just learning what you have learned, for the past 1 or 2 years, and wasting your time for, 4 to 6 months. And you can at least, try to, apply for different coumpanies and see what they ask in the interview, and, you know, uh, you can definitely switch to some good company. So if you are planning to, if you are good at, this is an advice for people who are good at something. Okay, if you're good at Python, Django, or if you're good at, I know already full stack. I have been doing a couple of projects. I'm working as a freelancer. I work, I have completed a couple of projects in my final year project, or third year projects or if you are good at those, if you say that I belong to that category, then you can definitely move out and choose something that might improve your skill further, so you don't have to start from the scratch again. So can we get a IoT as a domain? So it is not for for you people. So once you start off, you won't be directly coming into contact with projects on IoT, since there are only less companies use that. So Cognizant is a service-based company, and what they do is they get the job from different companies. So Walmart, you have other Cisco. You have lot companies, and they get the project from them. They complete that. So if those companies need something related to IoT, then there will be like a spike where they need a lot of people who are knowledge, SMEs on. People who are good at IoT and other things. So it is definitely, you have domains on everything. Okay, so Cognizant has domains on everything, but you have to be good at what domain you claim. So if you are claiming that I want to work on IoT, it is not just that you are just given the opportunity to work. So you have to show them that I have the skill, I can work on that, I have prior experience on IoT and other things. So you will definitely show that, then you can get your domain whichever you like. So it might be IoT, it might be machine learning, it might be Django, or it might be uh, cyber security, might be cloud, DevOps, anything of anything that you have something in something that you have already done, you can showcase something. You can definitely do that. I hope that answered your question on domain part. So domains are, it is pretty much everywhere. So you have domains on everything. So if you can just Google out Be Cognizant, you will find all the details on what are the domains and what you will do, and what is an experience of an senior leader. So they have a lot of things covered there. So you can definitely check that out. So how was the work-life balance in Cognizant? So you don't have to work, man. So it is like you can chill out for a year. So if you want to chill out, you can do, or if you want to work, you can do. It is up to you that to work, or you can just chill out. So you will just you are just a trainee for the first year. So you will not be forced to do any work. So you'll just keep learning. Okay, so you will just do some implementations. You might do some POCs, but proof of concept. So you might expect that, but for the most of the time you will be just learning. So you will have like you can just enjoy your time, and since you have done your 4 years of college, so you need some kind of way that you have to refresh your mind. So this is the right time during your intern, and during first couple of months in Cognizant, you can definitely chill out. Even after uh, 2 to 3 years of experience at Cognizant, it is really depending upon you to work or not. So work life balance definitely depends upon you. So if you want to work harder, you can definitely do that. You will definitely be your hard work will pay off. Or if you want to chill out and just be another developer at Cognizant, you can definitely do that as well. So it really depends upon your aspiration and what you can do for the organization. So I still haven't received any offer letters from GTS. What should I do? No updates from. So we have covered this thing already in the start of the video. So if you can rewind, to the first, we have covered this entire thing for at least 15 minutes. So you can definitely watch that, and you will get an idea why you are not getting it, and why there is no update, and all those details. You can definitely get it on that. Just rewind to the previous, the first thing. So I cannot repeat myself. So it is already an hour or so. So you can definitely, rewind back to the start of the video, and you can see what has to be done to that. And I'm not sure you are known of this fact. So people who leave Cognizant, right? So they become CEOs of different companies. So Cognizant was once, before this year, so 2020 September or some near that time. So Cognizant was called as CEO factory. So if you have heard it, the news or not, I'm not sure. So people who leave Cognizant or they become CEOs of different companies. So if you're heard of it, so I just want to share it with you guys. So if you want to join with Cognizant, so there are people who are really talented Cognizant, but no, equivalently there are people who doesn't want to do any work. They just want to chill out. So in every company, there that's the case. So everyone cannot be the CEO of the company, right? So if everyone works hard, and everyone cannot be the next, Satya Nadella, or they cannot be the next Bill Gates. So thanks a lot, Sonam. Oh. So we didn't have anyone to guide us. So I thought like, people have started asking me, what I have to do in internship, and what is that I have to do, and what will be like the internship. We didn't have anyone explaining, these when we joined. So I thought of doing it, to give you an idea that what it is to be at Cognizant, and what you can expect from Cognizant, and what you can build with Cognizant. So but Cognizant is a great company, guys. So if you don't know, like if you have news spreading, and people who are not like, so if people are not liking Cognizant, it is the reason that they don't want to work. Okay, so every company has struggles, and Cognizant has the struggling period right now. So even Apple had their struggling period, and they even went to the verge of bankruptcy. So every company has their own bad time. So I have fear that it's a scam, and they are fooling us. I hope it's not like a scam, like promising us intern and then not giving us intern. I have heard IT companies doing it. So it is not a scam, guys. So see, the reputation is really important for a company of this scale. Okay, so it is a multinational company. They have footprint on almost all the continents or all the countries. Okay, so if it is like it is like a promise where Cognizant doesn't give you offer what they have said, then their reputation gets damaged. So no one wants to do any company. For example, their reputation is really important to get clients. So service-based companies need to get clients. So their reputation has to be managed. So it is not like a scam or something. They are not fooling you with something. So see, I have covered everything at the start of the video. If you can just go through that, then you will get to know why you are not getting the offer letters, and why you are not getting anything from the college people and company, or you might understand what the entire flow looks like. So thanks for the fact. You have been a very yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Keep supporting, guys. That's the one thing that you can do. So these are some of the things that is unsaid. So people don't talk about this. They, since people don't talk about it, they think that Cognizant is another service based company. So you have to see what company gives you. Okay, so it is not about the role, or it is not about the pay that they give you. How they mold you, like how the company molds you, and how what is the personality that the company can shape you with. So if people who are leaving Cognizant or becoming the CEOs of different companies, even a startup doesn't want a rubbish CEO, or they can even hire a CEO from Google, or from any Fang, or any top tech companies. No, they don't want to do that. They want people who are like, who have seen clients, who have worked closely with business people. They really understand what business looks like, and how the customer how to interact with customer, and what are the kind of clients needs, customer needs. They have to understand that. And Cognizant's first motto is put the clients first. So that has been a really good time when companies do that. So you don't see most companies, when you get in, right? So No, that really depends upon the project. So I know people criticize, Cognizant or any company, just sees what they see. Okay, so if I go to, if I am in a project, right? So if the manager is not good, then I say that company is not good, and the manager is, of this kind, and he's always, he's not doing his work, and he's always complaining, and there are a lot of things that people talk about. So you have to take company as a whole. You don't have to pick as an individual person and see, it is due to this guy the company is not good. So it is definitely not like that. You have to see the entire company and see what is going on and what is happening in the news, and what company gives you. And there are a lot of things that you need to analyze when you get into any company. So even in Google or Microsoft, you have to examine that and see how people are and how managers are and how people treat each other and how company treats their employees, and how they give rewards, or they give other piece of recognition for people who have like Cognizant does it every year. So every year your performance will be analyzed, and you will be given some bonuses at the end of the year. So you can definitely, like, if you are performing too good, then you can definitely get those. So make sure that you at least perform well in your internship, and then you can definitely move ahead with your full-time job. So those are the things that I would like to share this time. So if you have further more questions, please feel free to drop it. So if you haven't watched my previous live, so you can definitely do that. So we have covered multiple topics, but this was entirely for why you are not getting your offer. So this entire stream is completely for that. So I'll definitely share my GitHub repo. So if you want to learn basic coding, right? So basic I have covered, for most languages, for Kotlin, for C, C++, Python, or C Sharp. So basic, programming concepts and basic programs are all on my GitHub repo. So if you can definitely check out that, and you can just go through it, or you can try it by yourself. You will have input at the top, what kind of program it is, and it is mostly of hacker rank. So if you have not solved problems from hacker rank, you can definitely check out GitHub. So you will have some insights on what how you can code, and you will definitely have a lot of useful information on my GitHub repo. You can definitely check that out. And I'll share my LinkedIn profile as well. So I think I have shared it earlier. So okay, I'll even share my LinkedIn repo. So LinkedIn is one of the powerful tools that you can use, guys. So if you are new to tech and other things, you have to have. If you don't know what is LinkedIn, then you can definitely you need to check it out and see how things go. So it is a professional network place where you can meet a lot of people and interact with them, and you will get to know a lot of things. So I'll quickly share my LinkedIn repo. So sorry, LinkedIn link profile. Yeah, so the second one is the first one is for my GitHub repo where you can find all the codes, and the second one is for my LinkedIn page. You can definitely check out. You will find some useful details over there. What I have been doing, and I post almost every day, so you can definitely see what I post and what people do around Cognizant, or what people do around different companies. And you can definitely if you don't have LinkedIn profile. So how many of you guys have LinkedIn profile? I have like a couple of people who are watching it live now. So you have a LinkedIn profile or not? So like thumbs up or yes or anything would do. I like Django very much. Does Cognizant work with Django? Yes, sure. Cognizant works with all the tech that you can name of. Anything that goes with tech or the latest trend in technology, Cognizant works with. But the projects are limited to some number. So that is the only problem. So you have a LinkedIn profile, great. I think I have shared my LinkedIn profile. So you can just look through that and see how things are and how you can improve your profile. So others, so you do you have a LinkedIn profile or like yes or no? I think we have people watching this live. I'm not sure. Let me check. Uh, yeah, we have couple of people watching it live right now. Okay, we got a one. Yes. Okay, can you rate my profile? So yeah, we'll rate that, but we'll take it up at the. Uh, we can privately chat, so we'll do that. So I'm planning to do a live session on LinkedIn and how do you get your profile right? And I am planning to do resume builder as well. So you can definitely watch out for those videos as well. We'll go live with that. No, what do you guys exactly need like from a developer like who are experienced or for like freelancing or what do you really expect? So even I'm not sure. So if you can like put that in the chat, we'll make a video on that. So important question. So how was your Valentine? I didn't ask you guys at the start. So I just remembered it right now. Good, okay, bad, staying at home, parents restrictions. What else you have? But when you join Cognizant or any IT company, right? So you will definitely celebrate everything. So you will always be surrounded with people, so you don't have to worry about anything. You will definitely have some fun all the time. So it really depends upon the project that you get on. So if the project manager is like a good person or he wants to make you feel better and work a lot, so it is really up to him to choose how you can go about doing the project. And even in the evening outing, so team outing, so it really happens. So in Cognizant they have outreach, so they help people. They go to different schools, they teach basic Excel, Word and other things. So if you really want to do some social activity, so Cognizant has a great platform to do that. When can we expect offer from CTS? So this is live dedicated to this question. So please forward back to the start of this video. So you will have all your questions answered on the first 15 minutes of this video. So I hope that answered your question, Priya. So guys, I'm not getting the answer for how is your Valentine. No one had any Valentine celebration. Nothing. Is this due to the pandemic or you regularly don't have anything? You're still in college, right? So that is the only time that you can enjoy a lot. Once you get in, then you're done with all your job, and you will be like, oh my gosh, I have to take up projects every day, and Saturdays and Sundays are off. So, but you will have a good time at Cognizant. Guys, I'm not sure. I think we have like 15 people watching, and I think I'm not getting any response. So, is it a vague question for you guys to answer? Okay, fine, no problem on that. We'll stay with tech and Cognizant. So, if you have further more questions with Cognizant, we can definitely do that. Or else, I think it's most probably the time to end since most questions are already answered on previous lives. So it is crossing a lot. It is already 8:20. So I have an offer from product-based company in QA and Cognizant. So product-based company, you can definitely go with product-based company if you want. That is the best choice. So if you already know what you will be doing after getting into Cognizant rates or getting into any company, then you can definitely switch to that. I would really go with something product based. Even testing is fine for me. Uh, you need to know how products are tested to develop, right? So you need to be a good driver to make a good bike. So that is how I see things. So if you are like planning to make the next Instagram, what you will do, you will use existing platforms or existing social media apps to the fullest, and then you will start developing it, right? So that is the same thing that you have to do with product based company or service based company. It is it is really up to you to choose, but product based companies are pretty good since they know what they are building. So they work on a single project, so it is really that you can definitely go with product based company. So I hope we have answered all the questions, I guess. So I don't see any questions left out. Guys, you can see the questions on the screen, right? Or on your screen you can see the questions, but I think the font color is not making it a little the visibility is too poor on this font color. So anyone is working on freelance project, or if you want to work on any freelance projects, please do contact me. So I have some freelancing work to do. So if you're working on full stack or any other React, Angular, or any other front end frameworks, please do ping me up after this live. So have some works around that, and even a mobile app, we have some work around that as well. So if you are good at those things, please do ping me up after this live. So do a quick private chat on Instagram or LinkedIn or any platform that is uh, comfortable with you. Not on WhatsApp, so you cannot text on WhatsApp. You can definitely use Signal or Telegram. So those are my topics. So that's it, guys. So I think we have answered all the questions. Everything is done. So thanks a lot for taking your time and joining this live. So if you have any further more questions, you can definitely post that in the comment box. So we will do another live if like you most people have asked the same question. So this was the one of the question that has been asked a lot. So a lot since I started this cognizant series. So that is the only question that has been asked a lot. So when I will be getting my offers, so I think we have to we must have done this earlier. Earlier we must have done this, and there why you are getting your offers delayed. So yeah, so we'll open this live for a couple of minutes. So if anyone wants to ask any questions, feel free to do that. We'll close this after a minute or so. So any more question, guys? Okay. So let me quickly see what people have asked earlier. So that might help you a lot. Okay, I think we don't have any questions. Okay. How can we get into freelancing? So if we start with freelancing, right? So you at least have to have the basics of freelancing, basics of any platform that you want to build. So if you're from full stack, so full stack is the most preferred if you want to start with freelancing. So you are responsible for building web apps. Okay, so the starting point is when you know something completely, or at least to some extent, that you can build something on top of that. So it can be on web development, it can be on mobile, or it can be something related to IoT, or it can be anything. And if you want to get into freelancing, you have to build a couple of projects. You have to have a great portfolio. Okay, so if you have a great portfolio, then you will get clients from, even from there are clients abroad, or you can get local people, and they each and everyone needs some website at least to show their digital presence. So you can definitely work out on those people at first, and then you can move on to complex projects. You can definitely check out freelancer or Upwork or Fiverr. So and just see and get to know what people do, and know how much they are getting paid. So you can definitely check that out and see know what people exactly need as a freelancer. So starting point is you have to have a great portfolio, and see you can get some clients with that. So I am in a CD position as an intern, same or full time. Okay, so whatever domain that you are put in, right? So that you will continue on the full time. So you there will be like no difference at all. So you will call be you'll be all called as program analyst trainee after you are done with your interns. I have heard many people telling that service-based companies do not hike the salary every year. So you will have a hike, but it will be like a very minimal hike. So there will be if you get 26K, right? So if your your package is 4 lakhs per annum, I guess 4 lakh CTC. So you will like get 26 to 27K, and you will have just 2 to 3 thousand increment per year. So if you are performing good and if you are good enough, then they will definitely pay you, good. So any company it is the case. So if you don't work good and there is no necessity for any company to pay high amount of salary, right? But in service based companies or any service based company, it is really difficult to get your pay slip as good as any service product based company. So even startups pay really well these days. So since they have less number of people to pay to, so they are like shedding out money like to all. So if you're planning like to get paid well, then you have to definitely show the skill, and you can try for other companies as well. So I hope that answered your question, Pujashri. So once you're like into some architect role after 6 to 7 years, then you can expect like 15 to 17 or something around that. So I am put into Bangalore. So does Bangalore have good? I hope yes. So that is what I want to choose Bangalore for getting into some good projects. So I hope that is the case. So we'll let you know after after some time. So once there are a couple of projects which involve machine learning. So I have talked with couple of people at Bangalore location. So they are like uh, pretty good with projects and machine learning. They have couple of products with machine learning, and Pune and Bangalore are the two main places where these kind of latest tech comes in. So since they have resources, right? So Bangalore is like a uh, grown resource place. So they like put people on advanced techs on from those places. So it might change. So I was my intern was at Coimbatore, so it is in South India. So it might change for you guys. So it will definitely change to your preferred location when it comes to full time. So you can definitely expect a change on that. Okay, we don't have any further more questions. So if you have further more questions, feel free to drop it. Could we switch after internship? Yeah, of course, man. You can definitely switch. So once you're done with the intern, you can definitely go with other companies. So no, no, you don't have any kind of a bond. So CDS is one of the rare companies that you don't have any bond for a fresher. Yeah. So if you want to switch, you can just try to learn things at a faster pace than your internship. So that would really help if you want to switch. Okay. See if we have any further more questions. So Sandhya, I have an offer from CTS and Wipro. So I'm really not sure about what is the process that they have in Wipro. So if you're just starting with programming or technical thing, right? So if you're from a non CS and IT background, I am new to tech and I'm not sure what to do. Then CTS is the great company that you can start with. So since you are trained in your semester itself, then you will be you will at least know what is the base of programming and web development or app development or any tech stack that you are put in. So it'll really be easy backgrounds. Okay. So I am too from easy background. So if you are from easy background, then you are not pretty good at programming. Then Cognizant is the right place to learn the basics. The only thing that differentiates from other companies is that they train you in your college period timeline. Okay, so you are being trained on the eighth semester. Other companies, once you get into company, then they will train you, then they will be deploying you. So from CS or IT background, then it is fine. But for EC and other mechanical or civil background, you can definitely take up CTS as a good opportunity and learn the basics. I hope that answered your question, Sandhya. Another thing that I see is people calling sir and ma'am. So in corporate we don't even use sir and ma'am. It is you can just drop it off when you come out of college. So you can just call there by name. If they are really superior to you, they are like the CEOs and they are really like an elder age, then you might call them as sir and ma'am. So we really don't use sir and ma'ams at corporate. So in any company we don't use it. It's not only CTS that has that, but pretty much any company doesn't do that. When will CTS? So this is the live dedicated for that. You definitely need to rewind back to the start. So we have covered all the things. We have covered 15 minutes of entire live was just based on this one question. Just do a simple rewind back to the start of the video and start watching it. So offer letter, yeah, this is we have covered in the first start of the video, so you can definitely check that out. Just do a simple rewind to the beginning of the video and start watching it from there. So we have covered the entire thing there. So it is not about the cities exactly, but if you want to get an exposure of your leaving your comfort zone and getting some good exposure, you can choose Bangalore and Pune. So those are the growing cities in terms of tech. So you can apart from going with Cognizant, you can definitely go with uh, getting to know what is the tech community around Bangalore or Pune. So you can definitely choose Bangalore and Pune. That is my preferred choice. So if your college says you will get it in a week, then you will definitely get it. So Cognizant might have informed them prior, so your students might be onboarded in a week. When we, so this is the entire life for that. Please rewind to the start so you will get to know all the details. We have covered everything at the start of this video. So CTS won't delay your date of joining. It depends upon your performance during your interview. Sorry, internship. Yeah, Kishore, thanks for the answer. Our college told us everyone will not get the internship opportunity. Okay, I'm not sure because so if your college has said that there might be internal communication between your college and the CTS, so it really depends on what so if they want to give you internship, they might have rolled out the offer. So if you are asked the preference, right? So you might be asked the preference of internship or CSD or something else. So if they have asked that, then they might give you an opportunity, or else it depends upon the company and what is the vacancy. and how many are yet to onboarded. So it depends really on that things to get you get your internship. So if it is not us, then it is up to the company to decide if they want to give the intern or not. But you might be hired after these intern guys get in, so that might be the case. 739, okay. So all the 739 might not be eligible for the internship. So if they have not said anything, that means that they might have some other process going on to pick what which one to which are the people who has to undergo intern. So shall we get our domains based on assimilation test? So this assimilation test is it is not that you can choose your domain. So it is like putting you into a good domain. So good domain in the sense the projects are good projects and you can learn something. You will definitely put into full stack if you clear assimilation test. That is the most likely case. Yeah. So Kishore pointed out it right. So, there are like if you say like 739 people from a single college. So think about the entire India, and Cognizant has just 8 to 9 locations if I'm not wrong. So let's say each location has 1,000 or 2,000 people. That is the maximum. I think that is the max capacity that they can hold. So if just 1,000 people from a single college, so then think about the massive amount of people that they have to train. So it really depends upon the college and what they can do with that. Job security. So you will never be terminated from Cognizant for at least 5 years. You can be assured of that. So in earned salary of Gen Z as a full time or for the internship. Full time you will get like 26 to 27K. 28, I'm not sure, man. Even my friends are not getting 28. 26 is the max I have heard of. So if it is for 4 lakhs, it is for 4 lakhs. I am saying 26. So if it differs, then you have to do the math. What's your location and domain? So I work as a programmer study in Bangalore, and I work on .NET and full stack. You will definitely get your preferred location. For the most 95 percentage, you will get your preferred location, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so it is really due to this pandemic and the exams, and since the exams are postponed out, right? So the exams should have been conducted on April or May, but they have been conducted on September. So since that was the really big problem for these guys to put them into they rolling out this date of joining. It was the one of the reasons to get delayed. Yeah, it was delayed. Delhi or Gurgaon, yeah, man. If you can come to Pune, so see the circle matters a lot. So what you do after 9 to 5 is what will decide what you will be like. If you want to work, just work. You can choose whatever location you want, or if you want to come out of your comfort zone, you can do that as well. So it really depends upon you to choose which location you want. Does CTS provide? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not getting that. The CTS provide PC in the internship. No man, you won't be given any PCs during your intern. I am from Kolkata, so there are work locations before it. So if you are from Kolkata, then it is you can go with Kolkata is pretty good. So if you can go with that, you have we have a branch there, so you can go with that if you want, or else you can go to Pune as well. So if I think it is too far for you guys to travel from one part to no, it is from this is at the west and this is the east other end, right? So if you want to really come out and see how things are, then you can come to Pune. So the North India guys, you can go to Pune, and if you're from South and other areas, you can definitely go to Bangalore. So those are the preferred locations that I had, and I have used. I have asked a lot of people, and they have said like Kolkata, sorry, Pune and Bangalore. So which is more good, Pune. So I'm not sure. I won't be able to answer that. You should work on both locations and see which is good. But Bangalore is where after 9 to 5, if you want to do something, then Bangalore I think it is the best place to do. So you have a lot of tech communities. You can attend a lot of meetups. You have a lot of tech work. You can do it in Bangalore. So I prefer basically Bangalore. So I have been to a couple of companies in Bangalore, so I got used to that. So I'm not sure about Pune. If I come there, then there might be a case that I like people in Pune, and what can be done to that, and what tech communities are around Pune. So we have to see that. Okay, Kolkata, Bangalore, and Pune. You will most likely to get Kolkata. So that is a 95 to 95 percentage. I would say Kolkata, but those are the the rest is at the end. So should we wait for CTS internship or look for other freelance work? No, you can definitely take a freelance work if you are really want to explore a lot, or if you want to just do some hands-on real-time projects, you can definitely do that. Even internship, you won't do any work, right? So you will just learn. So you can definitely take a freelancing work during at that time. In which project in CTS? So the project is not yet confirmed. So I basically work on .NET and we are currently put into some React course. So we are going undergoing that. So internship location and full time it might differ. So it will definitely differ for most people. So if you don't get your preferred location for intern, then you will get it at the full time. Yeah, man. Are most pressures put into support projects. So it's not about the support work. So if you want to know about the platform to do the support work as well, so there are people who can do that. Okay, so you won't be like not all will be put into that. There might be a case where some at least some will be put into that, since they also need people to work on, right? So once you are done with JavaScript, I highly recommend that you go with React for the front end and Express for the back end. So that is the most preferred one. Okay, I think we are done with all the questions. Angular versus React. So now React is the most preferred, and I have seen most job roles on React. So this I learned React and I work on React as well. So React and Django as an web API and React as a front end. So I really work on that. If you want to start with Angular and React, then you can start with React. Yes, go ahead. So I have received the link to on Cognizant portal on 8th and February in the portal. Complete the pre-joining format is on time. Okay, so for the onboarding, issues and other things, you have to, contact your POC, college POC, or if you have any contact with, the CTS, then you can definitely reach out to those guys. So they will, most likely to help you out on that, or you are not getting your onboarding pass and things like that. So basic details like your 10th, 12th mark sheet, your passport, driving license, some documentations, and your semester mark sheets. Basically, that's it. I don't think you will. The basic, documentations, whatever you have, you will definitely need a PAN card to get your salary credited. So make sure that you at least have that. And backend we can use Express. Yeah. So I use Django. I'm yet to explore Express, but I use Django for the backend as of now. So is passport necessary? But it is not necessary, I guess, this time. So you can definitely get it in a week. So and this time even nobody wants to get a passport, so you might not have any trouble getting it sooner. Now Cognizant has another record, so I forgot to mention on this live. So Cognizant, I think it is ranking at the third or fourth, if I'm not wrong, at sending people to US. So that is the company which is ranking at third in applying H1B visas to their employees. So if you want to get into US and if you want to work there, uh, then you will need to definitely get a passport. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining in. I think we have done with the most questions and we are crossing 2 hours of the live straight. So if you have further more questions, feel free to drop that in the chat or comment or DM on Instagram or LinkedIn. I'll drop the link. I think we have dropped it already, so I'll do that once more. So, okay. So this delay part we have covered it already on the first 15 minutes of the video. So if you haven't watched that, can definitely react to the first 15 minutes of this video. So we have covered the entire thing and why it is getting delayed and why you are not getting the offer letters rolled out to you. So we have covered the entire thing on the first 15 minutes. Okay, let's see. So you won't have any exams, Anita. You will have like a project that you have to do and you will have an interview for that. I got Java FSC domain. Do okay. I got Java FSC domain on 23rd Feb. That'll be my first assessment. Is it necessary to score 70%? So it is not that you will get fired, actually. So, but you have to score 70 to, get, you will again put into train some more training if you don't, get, 70 and above. That is the most likely situation. So try to, score at least, try to keep it at, 80 to 90. So that will be, good for you to, good for you in the future, so that you won't, get into any trouble and you won't be fired actually, but you will be put into additional training if you score really low. So it's not like college you can just score 50 percentage. So I would really suggest you to score at least 80 to 90. Okay, so you just need to understand the basics. So I hope that answered your question. So is there any chance of not getting internship from? So it is not like you won't be given. Sorry, you won't not be selected for internship, but there is a case that you might even not be called for the intern. Okay, so if you're, if the company says that you will be, given internship, then they will be definitely giving you the offer. But if they haven't, told you about anything about intern or any other thing to train you, then you won't be given the internship offer. So you will just be for the full time offer. So you can definitely watch out for that. Even I'm not sure, but you will definitely get intern from Cognizant. But it might get delayed. So that is the only problem that we want. So it is basically due to the fact that Cognizant has hired a lot of people this time. So I know we have couple of people stating that they had like 739 from a single college. So you talk about the scale of India and see what is the large number that they might have been recruited. So they cannot train everyone, right? So let's say let's do a simple math, and let's say 1,000 people can be trained at a single location. So they have like just 8 to 9 location, if I'm not wrong. And if you want to train a single college, if we hire 700 people, then where will you be training those? So it, that is the main reason for people are not getting their offers. So my date of joining was 3rd February, but I am not received onboarding pass. So we have covered this, whatever you call it as date of joining and other things. We have, covered it at the in the start of the video. So we have covered everything from the start. So please do watch that, and then if you have any further more questions, put that in the chat. So it is not random. So we have covered, that, why people, why you are not getting the offers and other things at the start of the video. So if you haven't, started from the first, you can please start from the first and see why people are not getting offers. So just give me a sec. I'll have a sip of water and come back. So I think we have crossed the mark of 2 hours. So let's see if we have any further more questions. Okay. Okay, guys. If you have further more questions, feel free to drop that in the chat. Okay, I think it's done for the live. So I'll wait for a couple of minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to post that. We'll take it up, or else we'll end this live. So it has been like Okay. I don't see any questions. Let's see if we have any questions left out. So if you're new to this channel, then please do subscribe, like, and share. So it helps a lot of people who are yet to start their Cognizant intern. So guys, do you have any further more questions? Subscribe. When will be scheduled for next batch of internship? So next batch will be like might be on the next week. I'm not sure. So they have like a week of batches coming in, so there might be a slot in next week. I'm not sure. Hi, bro. No doubts. Just want to say hi. Hi, man. After completion of intern, when is the earliest we receive date of joining? So it will take at least 3 to 4 months. At the earliest, max, it will be like 9 to 10 months. So it depends upon your performance. So make sure that you perform really well during your intern. Yeah. And then we're gonna start. So we have covered this entire thing in the first 15 minutes. So please do a rewind and see. Uh, we have covered it all. Yeah, man, sure. So if you will come to Bangalore, definitely let me know. So MSBA is something related to Microsoft, I guess. I think Microsoft. Uh, just do a Google search if you don't know what it is. So it is a developer role from Microsoft. So Microsoft Business Intelligence. It is a software where you do some business. If you have used the Power BI, it is like a virtual visualization tool like Tabla. So it is something related to that, like data analytics. So it is something related to that. Is it good? I think data analytics is good. You will have like if your interest goes with it, then it will be really good if you can cope up with that. So it is not like a preference over other streams. So FSC is the old-fashioned stream. It has been it is the older stream that you can get. So but it is not like the oldest stream, but it is like has been for quite a while. Data analytics and other things, or machine learning. I would the smart devices are coming in, so those are like the new tech. So try to get into those tech. One question, last question. Okay, for leaving. Where should I learn Angular? So I think you can learn React instead of Angular if you want. I think that would be good. no, React, you can definitely go with their documentation. So you don't have to take up any course. The documentation is pretty good. It is pretty solid. You can definitely do everything with the documentation of React. You are passing out of 21. Can you work in office or whichever? So I think you might be in offices pretty soon. After you complete your intern and when you join as a full-time employee, you will definitely get into offices. But there is a chance that you might be put into virtual mode. But there is a limited chance of doing that. Okay, next, how much period the internship be and getting stipend. So it is not like a 6 month internship. It will be like 4 months max. You will be completing everything in the 4 months. You will just be getting stipend only for the 4 month. Yeah, bye. I got that CV internship is for 21.5 weeks. I received offer letter from Cognizant and I received a mail regarding background verification. So if you have received it like 21.5 weeks, then it is like that. So we had like 18 weeks of training. So it really depends on what they do and what your what's your training based on. So date of joining, background verification done. So you can definitely reach out to your POC of the company or POC of your your university. So they might help you on that. We have curriculum for 90 days, project phase, and 2 weeks for just admin links. So it will be 5 months plus. Yeah, so it will be like a 5 month, 4 to 5 month max. So it won't go like if you they tell you like no 21 weeks, then it might be that. So, offer letter, when can I receive? I don't notification. So you can definitely reach out. You can definitely reach out to your POC of the college or your university, so that they might help you with this, notification and other things. So Kirtana high, so it might get delayed due to verification. I'm not sure. Okay, starting is 16th Jan and end will be 16th June. So it will be like you that is the max that you will be getting. Okay, so if you are like if you are done with the internship at the right time, then you might you don't have to have training for 6 months. You can just complete it previously. Are you a fan of Marvel, bro, or someone in your room? So this one is from Microsoft. So we I went for a hackathon there. So they gave this poster to stick it on. So it is like I am a Avenger. It is like it is Avengers who save the world, and it is like Avengers who save the company. So that is how it is. So I got that from Microsoft. So we went for a hackathon there. And I think last year September we went there. So we were like the only college students. I think it is it's not last year. So sorry, it was like it was in 2019 or 2018. I'm not sure. So we went there. We were only the college guys. They were like lead developers who were like coding through the entire night. So it was like a 12-hour hackathon. So it was really good. And we were just only the college guys, and we were doing something with machine learning. So yeah. So if you want, I will post that in the Instagram. So your Instagram, then do follow. I have pinged that in the chat, so we'll post that poster on the Instagram. I completed background, but employed. So employee ID and other things, you have to definitely reach out to your POC, so they might help you out on that. Other batches for internship. I don't think April is, it is pretty much the end for most of the interns. Okay, so people who have joined on Jan or even in December, so that is the end for them. So you don't expect, internship by the April, so you must expect CSD and other things on April. So are you a fan of DC2? Yeah, I don't really watch it, but yeah, I like Tony Stark. Following on Instagram, great. Thanks a lot for following me on Instagram. CSD is safe or not? What do you mean by like a safe? Safer CSD. CSD is like you have to learn it all by yourself. So you won't have any people who SME, or you don't have any coach, or you don't have anyone to train you. So you have to self learn everything. So that is hard part, but you can do it. So with that said, I think it's time to close the live. It has been like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So it's time that we close this live. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining in. Okay. So so okay, we'll answer this question. So I think Gautami is the end. So we'll answer till that. All are choosing intern, right? So he is worried whether CSD is okay or not. Okay, so CSD, okay, for that perspective, you don't have to really choose CSD. So CSD is like a waste of your time. So CSD is like you won't learn anything. You will just be there, and you have to learn all by yourself, and you won't have any interaction with anyone. So it is purely waste of time. So I definitely recommend that you go with intern. So I think we are gonna end this thing. Okay. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining in. So if you're new to this channel, please do subscribe so you can see uh, for this new icon over here. So definitely check out, and see, we have couple of videos coming in. Okay, so we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot for joining in, guys. Good night, man. Yeah.